Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves. Today is going to be quite a long video, I think, maybe not. These are the last few days that we are going to be spending in this apartment, and my plants are in need of some TLC. I've been really busy, so I need to go back and take care of some of my plants. They all need water. All of my humidifiers need to be refilled, so that is the first thing on today's agenda. I definitely want to get all of that out of the way. I did receive some packages that have some of my new furniture, or not furniture, but decor in it. So I want to show you guys that as well. And then I also just started a bullet journal. So I want to show you that because I'm really enjoying that. I'm trying to be more mindful this year. And this is a really good way that's going to help me be more mindful and make sure I'm staying on top of that. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, definitely stick around if you're not already subscribed. Don't forget to hit that button down below and give this video a thumbs up as well. You can also join to gain access to some extra content. The link to join is in the description down below. And if you want some merch, you can also find that down below as well. But with all of that being said, let's get straight on into today's video. So unfortunately, it is inevitable. We had a crazy snowstorm last night, so you guys are gonna hear cars driving back and forth, but I'm sorry, there's nothing that I can really do. There's like tractors here with snow plows, so it's gonna be a little loud. All right, so my terrarium has been watered recently. Sorry, my desk is a mess. But this Hoya back here, this is my Hoya McGilverii. Sorry, it's all backlit. But this is a really beautiful Hoya and it's chilling in pond right now. So I'm going to fill up its little reservoir. With plants in pond, I do like to actually water them through the plant and then fill up the reservoir that way rather than having them soak it up completely from the bottom. So let's do that. It's always scary. I feel like it's always gonna overflow. Let's see. You kind of have to wait and then pour again. Oh, perfect. Plants in pond are actually okay if you just want to water them straight through rather than keeping a reservoir. So even having just a small reservoir is good. But yeah, this one will be just fine. It actually, because it's a Hoya, it doesn't want to be wet all the time. So I do like to keep it dry between watering sometimes just to let it soften up, because I like to water only when the leaves start getting soft like this. So yeah, that guy's all done. My syngonium here is looking a little bit floppy, so we're gonna water this guy as well. And then we wait until we see the water coming out the bottom a little bit more. So this guy will plump right back up. So this guy here is my Hoya chicken farm, or Finlaysonii chicken farm. I'm not sure if it's just a part of the family or what, but this guy definitely needs some water too. And so does my Hoya obscura. This guy has been looking a little bit sad. I don't know if it has root rot, but I've been giving it like just a minute to kind of recover. So I'm hoping that it does, but it hasn't looked very good for a while now. I might have to give up eventually, but I will repot soon and see if I need to take some cuttings. Pretty sure my squamiferum is really thirsty. Yeah, this guy's really light, so we'll give him some water. There's some new growth coming in. This leaf, while it's not super mature looking, it actually is really big. Like, that's the size of my hand, and it's actually bigger than a lot of these leaves, so it's actually doing okay. I might need to give it a moss pull soon, but for now it's fine. This tray here lets me water without worry because it's more deep, so I'm not worried that I'm gonna like overflow it, especially on smaller pots like this. All right, so that guy is done. Is it? Maybe a little bit more. And then we're gonna have to go fill this watering can up. All right, guys, we're back with a full watering can. My big veitchii here definitely needs some water. So I'm gonna go ahead and thoroughly water this guy. it's in a big tray, so I'm not worried about watering this and overflowing the tray here. So I'm going to make sure that it's completely saturated. And I definitely waited a little bit longer just so I could water this guy while I was filming for you guys, but it's doing really, really well nonetheless. I haven't had any browning issues, even though my humidity is crap in here. But yeah, it's still doing really, really nicely. And yep, it is definitely watered nicely, and it will reabsorb anything that it needs to with the water that's sitting in the tray here. If it's sitting in water for too long, I'll empty out the tray, but I don't think that will be an issue. Then over here we have my Dischidia Million Hearts. I'm going to move this. All right, so this Dischidia Million Hearts definitely can use some water. Oops, it's spilling up the front. But just going to let this guy soak completely. This terracotta pot has a liner, which is really, really nice because it means that it doesn't absorb any of the water. So it works really, really nicely as a cache pot. So that is what I use it for. This guy's in a clear pot in here, so it gets nice airflow, and then yeah, it just sits in this pot to catch the water. But I think that guy's all done. I'm gonna fill up the reservoir of this guy. Let's give him some water. And my Thomsonii could use some water. Oops. This guy honestly hasn't done anything for me since I got it, but it is really beautiful, so I'm just hanging on to hope that eventually it will grow. Does my Regal need some water? Yes, it does. And then, do you need water? Did I water you? I have a, oh my God. I have a moisture meter here, so I'm just gonna check because I can't remember if I watered this guy. No, I didn't. Perfect. So this is my Philodendron Glorious. And I just, again, like to water completely until I see it pour out the bottom. That should do it there. I'm also gonna have to water my big Gloriosum, Bob, back there, but he likes a lot of water, so I'm gonna have to go back for a whole separate watering can, so we'll get back to that. Okay, so now it's time to water what's in my cabinet here. And unfortunately I'm seeing some yellowing leaves, but it's anthuriums and that's kind of how it goes. Usually they lose some leaves when they put out some leaves, so I'm hoping that this Doriaki that's yellowing there will put out some new growth soon. But we'll give them some water. Whoa, uh-oh. Oh my gosh, can you see that? It's bubbling. Oh my God, I can't move that. Oh no, it's gonna spill. Oh no. Oh gosh. My Forgetii definitely needs some water here. Look at the new leaf. Looking gorgeous. And then it's also losing that oldest leaf, which is fine. It still has this nice big leaf over here too. But yeah, it is putting out this new leaf. And then also, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's actually an inflorescence coming out there. So I'm going to try to pollinate this guy or collect pollen. And then when I get a flower on another plant, I will try to pollinate it. Yeah, I might try to hybridize something in here. So like if it's a similar type like the Clarinervium or Crystallinum or Regal, I will try it out hybridization. My Regal could use some water. They do like to stay a little more moist. And then my El Chaco definitely needs some water. It's putting out a new leaf, so they definitely want a little extra water when that's the case. And let me see if I can show you that leaf. I don't know if it'll focus. Oh yeah, there we go. But that leaf is coming out full force. And then, oh my gosh, the clary leaf is so pretty.
This guy still has some water, so I'm not going to water it quite yet, but there's some water in the reservoir. And then back here, my crystallinum is putting out a new leaf, and it's going to need some water too. All right. And then up here, I think that your TCI needs some water. That looks like that's good. And then my mamey. The serpens definitely needs some water. And then those guys are actually okay for now. We'll go down to the bottom. Actually, I'm gonna go fill up my can and then I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back down to these plants down here. Some of them definitely need some water. I'm gonna see if I can set you guys up so it's a little bit easier for me to water. So hopefully this is okay. But I'm gonna give my philodendron Florida Ghost some water here. And I just filled it up so that the reservoir is also a little bit full. Again, I like to water those in pond all the way through. Got some dripping there. And then all of these I think really need water, so I'm just gonna go through and water all of them. This is my snowdrift. The growth has been a little bit stagnant on that one, but I think it's probably because it hasn't been watered in the last little while, so giving them a boost definitely does boost the growth. My little water feature here needs some water. The water has evaporated. And my cutting of my, what's it called, painted lady needs some water. And then my, what's it called, Chironii. This can't be that fun. I'm gonna suffer and handheld this. Okay, and then my varicosum definitely also needs some water. The moss is looking a little dry. So I'll water that a bit more. It's still crunchy. I don't mind when water gets on the bottom here because this isn't glass, so it doesn't like leave marks really or anything that you can see. Oh my gosh, guys, look how beautiful this Pastasanum leaf is. And it's a little bit bigger than these two as well. So it's really, really nice. And it's actually turning towards this way. So there'll be like 3 nice leaves in a row. Could use some water also. And then my Billy Tie needs some water. And so does my Ring of Fire. Actually, does it? This one might be one that doesn't. I'm not gonna water this one yet. I think that I watered it recently, but this one also has new growth here. So that'll be nice to see. And then my variegated monstera needs water also. Oh, and this guy, the Epipremnum pinnatum variegata. That was pretty crunchy, so I'm gonna make sure that it's well watered. Okay, that's good. All right, so the cabinet is all done, I think. Maybe the Mathilde could use some water. I'm actually gonna bottom water this one. Just gonna put some water in this tray. And that will work because this one's in a cup, so it actually doesn't have holes. So it will just get soaked up by this guy. So that's perfect. Now over here to my plants beside the cabinet, I have my Magnificum, I have my Melanochrysum here too, and I think that guy was just watered actually. So yeah, this is wet, so I don't need to water that. The Memoria is actually looking plump back there. It does have a yellow leaf, but that was from before I watered it. And then these Cebu Blue Propagations, they're really ugly, but they could probably use some water. So I just like to fill these up to about 1/3 of the cup. Might be a little more, but whatever. And then this guy definitely needs some water, my Peru. It's looking a little sad. I may have neglected it a little bit. But look at that beautiful new leaf anyways. Nice and shiny. All right, that guy's gonna be just fine. And then in this tub is actually some really good news. So I do have my Thai constellation in here. This is still rooting. It's not really doing anything quite yet. I actually forgot to give this a reservoir, so that's not great. Let me do that, because this guy needs to be sitting in water in order to grow some roots. So let me fill that up. Okay, so that reservoir is all filled up. But the best news in here is, so I actually did an unboxing from Botanica's a while back. The plants did not come great. This was a test run, so I didn't pay for the plants. They were sent to me. But this was one of the plants that came, and it lost all of its leaves. And now they're actually growing them back because I decided not to give up on it. But I'm not sure if you guys know what this one is. Do you guys have any guesses as to what this could be? I'm sorry, I won't focus on it for some reason. Like, no idea why. But this here is a Begonia Darth Vaderiana. So this is honestly the sickest begonia ever in my opinion. But I feel very lucky to have one. And I'm so excited that it's growing back for me. It's gonna stay in this tub just so that it maintains proper humidity levels, because these guys just die if they don't have the proper humidity. And I'll do a little update on the other ones. This one is also growing back leaves, and this is a Begonia Julau, I believe. I think it's just the type 1, not the type 2, but it is also eventually likely going to live if I keep it in this tub. So yeah, cross your fingers for those guys. And then I also have this stump of a Campos Partuanum philodendron, and look at that, there's some little nubs growing in, so this one will be just fine. It does have a good root system, so yeah, that'll be great. So my plan here is to use the rest of this water watering my Gloriosa. And I always make the mistake of overwatering this guy, and this little tray always overflows, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm gonna leave that for a little bit. It does take a while for that water to travel to the bottom, and then I'll come back and see if it needs some more. But I think that's going to be it for my plant chores. And now I just wanna show you guys some of the decor that I got for my new apartment and show you my bullet journal as well. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys was the fact that I got some new carpets. This one is going to be going in our bedroom underneath our bed. It is an 8x10 jute rug, but it's more of a blonde color than the natural color, which I really, really wanted. So this guy is an 8x10, and we have a king bed. So it's gonna basically cover just a foot or two around the bed. But I think it's gonna look really, really nice with the furniture and decor that we have. And then we also got this shag rug for the living room. This is a 5x8 rug, so that will be really nice for underneath our couch, or sorry, underneath our coffee table in front of the couch. And then in here are our lamps for the bedroom. That's the style of them. I'm not gonna open it up, but they are gold and just industrial looking. And then we've got these like vintage bulbs in here. So guys, that is it for the plant tours and the decor that I wanted to show you. So guys, I just wanted to show you guys my bullet journal. I don't think I'm actually going to be doing any journaling after all. I just don't have the time to edit a super long video today. So I just wanted to show you guys what I came up with for the title page, and I think it's super cute. And then I also did this really pretty year at a glance with the same colors, just to keep the theme going. But I think it's really, really cute. If you guys bullet journal, let me know down below, and let me know if you do want to see a video on me bullet journaling, but again, if you're not interested, that's totally cool. But yeah, I do have some other pages, but there's some secrets on there, so can't really share that with you guys, but yeah.
Alright guys, well that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!